The FIA rulebook is ominous and dangerous, and it is subject to quick modification in ways that many teams would prefer not to see, at least to some of the teams on the grid. The most current rule change, which was implemented prior to the 2023 season, is valid in this regard. It has enraged top teams like Red Bull and Ferrari because it happened so late in the season. Mercedes, on the other hand, seems ecstatic that their request has finally been granted. They may have, however, executed a self-sabotage scheme on par with Ferrari. Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Reverse. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on international sports championships. With that being said, let's get started. Changes to the underfloor design have been approved by the FIA in an effort to lessen dependency on low ride height for performance enhancement. More rigorous stiffness tests for the floor are being implemented in addition to lifting it by 15 millimeters. The diffuser has also been hiked, so neither party has gotten off lightly. Although the modifications have been anticipated for some time, several teams object about their tardy implementation. The FIA has previously attempted to impose improvements by adding extra components to the floor's edges in an effort to reduce flexing. Naturally, Mercedes was the only team to support the modification. One of the main causes of the team's continued bounce for the 2022 season is the aforementioned flexing. The FIA will now keep track of how much the cars bounce and whether the team's configurations put the driver's health in jeopardy. With the Belgian Grand Prix coming up, the cars will be equipped with sophisticated sensors that will enable more precise measurements of the oscillations. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner undoubtedly had a comment to make regarding this recent development. He advised against the FIA interfering with the team's car setup too much because it could create a dangerous precedent. Let's move on to how Mercedes might have metaphorically shot themselves in the foot. They have been among the teams that have been most negatively impacted by the bouncing, and this is the problem. The new F1 vehicles must be near to the ground, since they rely on ground effects to produce downforce. Mercedes vehicles, however, are extremely sensitive to variations in ride height. Once they achieved the ideal riding height, it was clear that they had unlocked considerable speed due to greatly enhanced downforce. However, they are two of the primary causes of the bouncing. Toto Wolff, team principal for Mercedes, has discussed a medical report that was displayed to him during a meeting at the Hungaroring and highlighted how severe the bouncing was in their vehicles. The Silver Arrows could be in for some very bad news if the FIA starts keeping an eye on the oscillations and requires teams to increase their ride height in Belgium. The rising of the floor margins may throw another wrench into Mercedes' plans. The 15mm difference might result in significant changes in the sophisticated aerodynamics realm of Formula One. Depending on how well the floor's edges are sealed, the low-pressure air under the automobile that generates downforce grows. More air is kept from going where the engineers don't want it, the better the seals are. To get the required results, teams may need to turn their focus more towards vortex generation, with Red Bull being one of the teams already utilizing this. Mercedes engineers may view these modifications as a fresh start and a chance to advance, but the opposite is also possible. The first half of 2023 may also be lost if the Silver Arrows don't adopt new strategies and begin the year playing catch-up as they did in 2022. The FIA will now keep track of how much the cars bounce and whether the team's configurations put the driver's health in jeopardy. With the Belgian Grand Prix coming up, the cars will be equipped with sophisticated sensors that will enable more precise measurements of the oscillations. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner undoubtedly had a comment to make regarding this recent development. He issued a warning against the FIA interfering with the team's car setups too much, since doing so could set a dangerous precedent. Well, this brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed watching, do like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insightful content from us. We'll see you at the next one. Until then, peace.